Iona is a great big ship, but it's still got far too many guests on board. So you might think that using the gym would be a massive pain in the aft. But you would be barking up the wrong buffet beast Gary Barlow designed airport lounge atrium's tree. The gym on Iona is one of the very best on the water. Whip up a protein shake and settle down. I'm going to walk you through closing your rings on the UK's largest ship. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we go. Let's just get right down to it. I wish that this gym were on a better ship. It is a very rare good gym on a ship, instead of the good ship gym that we've all learned to settle for. If you're a bodybuilder or powerlifter, then it'll still be a disappointment, but no more so than any chain gym. Iona pulls in a younger audience on a lot of cruise ships, and whilst there probably are more people using it than you're used to, it's maybe 50% busier, but it's 150% bigger with 300% more kit. So you've made a net gain. They have a mountain of techno gym in here, and it would be incredibly tedious to literally list every bit of kit in the place. But listen, I'm a very tedious guy. Cardio kit first. 18 Bogo treadmills, 2 cruise tube favourite curved runners, 16 old school cross trainers, 2 Vario cross trainers, 6 rowing machines, techno gym, a hand bike, 2 bikes for the mums, 4 bikes for the nans, 4 bikes for the nans, and 18 spin bikes for the nostalgic keep fitter. There's a ton of resistant machines. A metric ton. Iona launched a fortnight after Brexit and it was too late to change the equipment. You have got a lat pull down, a seated row, chest press, chest fly, a shoulder press, a rear delt, a leg press, leg extension, leg curl, an adductor, an abductor, and a crunch machine. If you are into those weird wobbly wire machines that you only ever see old people using, well, Iona's got blinking 3 of them. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I bet there's no free weights. Well, that shows what you know. Fair enough, there's no squat rack, there's no military press. But you've still got more to work with than any other ship I've been on. You have got a bench press, an incline press, 4 adjustable benches, a preacher curl, a full set of cute little chrome dumbbells for people who wear leg warmers and headbands, and some normal dumbbells up to 30 kg, which won't trouble Magnus Samuelsson, but it's plenty for most ordinary people, or even super foxy 42-year-old retired athletes / cruise tubers. Can you believe that one of the beige tubers that does 20-minute cabin tours has said that I am not creative and accused me of using bits of AI? I'm thinking I might sue. There's a nice little studio for thighs, bums and tums. It's empty most of the day, so if you want a bit of quiet, stretchy time. And there's 2 sets of recovery boots if you like being squeezed by giant armbands. Well, leg bands, I suppose. Oh yeah, and an ab bench like you'd buy from the back of a Sunday magazine. This is the biggest and best equipped gym that I have seen afloat. It's down near the waterline and the treadmills look out sideways, which can be a bit disorientating, but who goes on a treadmill without an iPad to watch anyway? If you can't close your rings in here, then that is more a reflection on you, your half-hearted approach to your own health, your lackluster way of meandering through life, and your inability to commit to self-improvement than it is on this very spacious and well appointed gym. And whilst that doesn't mean that your life is over, it does mean that it's basically pointless. I'm not going to pretend that there's much you can do about healthy eating on Iona. The usual rule is, it might not be exciting, but there's salad and meat in the buffet. But anyone who values their health stays well clear of the horizon on Iona. Nobody washes their hands. This is just a great big incubator waiting to give you norovirus. Avoid. Do the usual and be careful what you order at the MDRs and or bash out a few extra laps of prom deck. Now the prom deck is pretty decent. It's a big old ship, so there's plenty of room to stretch your legs. In bad weather, when they close the front, you can still limbo through if you don't mind risking a telling off and you're not scared of the dark. It'll take around 8 laps to box off your 5k. Speaking of boxing and prom deck, if a Dazza or Steve-O is vaping or smoking on prom deck, and they mouth off at you when you mutter your irritation, don't worry. They're as tough as the clouds of raspberry bubblegum smoke suggest. Oh yeah, and if you're doing laps late at night, and a voice from the shadows beckons you over around the Sunset Bar, put your head down and just keep walking. There are 4 swimming pools on Iona. Well, I say swimming pools. The Infinity Pool and Panorama Pool are not swimming pools. They're big buckets of warm water that you can stand around in. The Beachcomber Pool is just about big enough to swim in, but you can tell to look at it that this adults-only area is more for lazing around with cocktails. The biggest pool is in the Sky Dome, and it would be perfect to knock out a few lengths, if it weren't absolutely rammed with kiddywinkles all day, every day, despite it being term time. Tut tut. It's lovely and warm, but with that many kids in, I think we all know where the heat is coming from. It's Whittle. Right up on deck 18, there's a running track. Sort of. You aren't running up here very often. Gloria and Enid are waddling around talking about knitting and stuff. Up again on 19, there's a couple of golf nets that are as busy as Tiger Woods' social life. And there's a multi-sports court which does seem to get a bit of use when it's not freezing. There is ping pong and shuffleboard, but that's exercise in the same way that apple pie and carrot cake count towards your 5 a day. And that, Arnold, is that. The prom deck's good, the gym is great, the buffet is horrific. Staying in shape on P&O Iona. Done.